Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm here with Owl. We're doing a last minute go camping tonight. The holograms off on a business trip and the minigrams at sleepaway camp. And we've been at home, just the bird and I, for the last couple days. And I woke up today and I was all like confused, you know, because I got some of those crazy first world problems of like, I don't know what to do with myself today. And so I was like, let's take an early nap and get up. And I was sitting there and I was like, let's just get out of town. Let's go camping for the night. So I don't really know what we're doing, but I have everything we possibly could need to spend a couple nights off the grid. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go get off the grid. We're gonna go out back where I normally go, but somewhere different. We're officially on the other side of the mountains, which means we're free. We freed ourselves up from the grid. There we are, out there. So we're heading off back into there. We're gonna go poke around, see what's going on. Cayuma Badlands in the background, Mount Abel, Carrizo Plain off over there. Boom. Kind of stoked I got off Terra Cruiser 5. We've officially entered another world once we get on the dirt roads. Pine forest, sage. If you could only smell what I smell. Beautiful Grade Valley, Thorn Point off in the distance. I get so amped up when I get out of into this environment. Yes! Some nice looking trees. Always stoked on some nice looking pine trees. Beautiful. So yeah, here we are. Right up to the edge of the Sespe Wilderness. There's our little spot. And right out there is the Sespe Wilderness. Little man is becoming a little man. Doesn't want any help from daddy. He's gonna climb this hill on his own. Gosh, he gets me stoked. Independent, tough as nails, loves being outside. Absolutely loves being in nature. Gets me so amped up. He gets so stoked. I get so stoked.
Ooh, wow!
He's pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped.
Whoa.
You like it out here, don't you?
Ooh, wow!
Here's what we're looking at. He's super pumped. You love being outdoors with your dad, don't you? High frequency all the way out here, isn't it? What do you got going on? Fun facts? Big rigs are huge trucks with lots of wheels. How'd you sleep last night, son? Fun fact, tractor trailer was invented over 100 years ago. Well, we had a nice night's sleep here on Spaceship Earth and our little space capsule there, and we're getting it going. Ready to have an exciting day. Al's already getting into his books. Boy is studying. Al got bit. He does this thing where he likes to dump dirt on his legs, and he did it in an ant pile. I could try to get the camera to stop shaking. And an ant got in there and bit him, and he is Super annoyed about it, aren't you? You don't like getting bit by ants, do you? It hurt? Itchy itch. Ant bite, ant bite. So we're sitting in the car with air conditioning on, hanging out, listening to Stephen Still's Manassas, one of the great albums. I forgot. I hadn't listened to it in years. I downloaded it the other day. What an awesome album. Manassas by Stephen Stills. Well, I just learned something from Owl. We were not that far down the trail, and he found this like gravel bar, and he loves rocks. And he just sat down and started playing with rocks, and my mind was like, we gotta go somewhere. And then I'm like, wait a minute, like, we're here. I'm out in the middle of it all. And it's just that thing of I don't know if it's the Western mind, the alcoholic mind, or the modern mind was like, I must keep going to get wherever it is I'm going, versus realizing I'm here. He's like, dude, we're here. We're in the middle of nature. Yeah, we're only 20 yards into the wilderness, but 20 yards versus 20 miles, like, what's the difference? There's nobody around. It's super quiet and peaceful. And just sit here and absorb it. And I sat down and I was like, once again, the bird has taught me the lesson that it is right where you are. Right? What do you got there?
Oh.
Whoa. It's time to move on and switch it up. Saying goodbye to the Great Valley. What a beautiful place on the backside of the Sespe Wilderness. This is looking out at Lockwood Valley, and we're heading off towards Frazier Mountain. We're doing the 4x4 adventure part of the journey, dude. Al can only hike so far, which is cool because Terra Cruiser 5, we like to go see what it can do. So one of the cool books I have is this called Backcountry Adventures for Southern California. This is my dad's book. He also has one for Northern California. And so we're doing this is a book if you're into 4x4ing, and I'm not a crazy guy about it. I'm just like getting out there, but I'm doing the West Frazier, the Frazier Mountain Road. So it'll give you a description of the trail. It'll give you all the waypoints, and it'll give you a trail rating to let you know like the difficulty. So the scenic rating's an 8 out of 10, and the difficult rating's a 4, which means it's capable within my car. Once it gets into a rating of 5, you need higher clearance vehicles. So it'll give you a full description of the trail, and it'll actually give you all the waypoints, and then it also gives you a map. So I'm doing the Frazier Mountain, and it also gives you the rough estimate of the time. So that's what we're doing. We stopped for a little lunch. It's a 3-hour loop. Owl's out there digging. He is a dirty boy. And then, I compensate it with my my map. But as it is like you got to cross-reference. So I got down in here, and right off the bat, the trail marker sign. So in the National Forest Service, the roads have a numerical coding system so you don't get lost, and they'll correspond to your map. But my map had the wrong number on it, but the book had the right number. So I'm a firm believer. I've actually got 3 distinct different information sources in the vehicle right now. So we're making it happen. So buckle up, as the Minigram likes to say, because we're gonna get after it. It became the real deal out there. It was definitely a 4, man. I couldn't do a 5, man. It was pretty hectic, dude. So I stopped filming, and I got to these rock chutes. Terra Cruiser 5 just climbed right up it, but it was like a full no turning back commitment move. The hottest is dude, Owl had the best time ever. We got to the top of this gnarly one and he just started laughing. He knew, dude. He was like, we just did something gnarly. It was gnarly. And I'm one of those, like, I'm not some sort of crazy 4x4 guy, but it was right on my leg was shaking up until I got here finally. So, you know, there was a solid half an hour of super technical climbing up the hill, climbing over rocks, climbing over things, dude. It was so radical, dude. And Terra Cruiser 5 handled it like a champ. The coolest is Owl loves it, man. He gets real quiet. Him and I get super quiet. We don't put any music on. It's full 10 and 2, and it's all concentration forward. Owl's back there, dude. He knows Daddy's super serious, man. And we're just doing it, dude. And when we get through a gnarly section, it was the best. I still marvel at it. He just starts laughing because he knows, man. He can feel the thing bouncing and twisting and doing its thing. It was pretty hectic. I gotta say, dude, I was super relieved to get up here. You know, it's one of those things like there's no turning around. Like, I looked at this one thing, I got out and I walked up and scoped it out and I was like, all right, I think we can do it. And we did it. And then we got to this other thing that wasn't even like, that one was gnarly because it was like rocks, like embedded rock ledges and stuff we had to go over. But this other section we did was like just straight up, but like loose stuff. Like you could hear the wheel spin and grab and spin and grab. Like, it was so gnarly, dude. And you're weaving through trees and going over roots. That's a radical piece of equipment, dude. That came off the factory, out of the box, dude. Out of the box. Gnarly. I am so impressed by that car right there, dude. The gnarliest vehicle I've ever owned. It's a champ. Owl loves it too, dude. He fell asleep, dude. That's how gnarly he is, dude. Eventually he just fell asleep and was like, you got this, Daddy. And just, my co-pilot's gnarly, dude. He's rad. He knows, dude. The coolest part is him and I just get serious. But I wish I could have filmed it, dude, but there was no extra hands to be filming anything, dude. It was full game on, dude. I haven't had a rush like that in a long time. Like, that was like a rush. It was like big wave surfing in a weird way. Like, it's got that kind of like reality check to it. So did some big wave surfing in the Terra Cruiser 5. Well, this day is going to come to an end. The sun is setting over there, and the moon is rising over there, but this iPhone doesn't do it justice. I love celestial alignment. I gotta say, I'm still buzzing off of that like 4x4, and I've never had that kind of like a mechanical buzz. You know what I mean? Those you guys who ride motorcycles and do all that kind of stuff really know what I'm talking about. But I just discovered it. That's kind of cool. Like a whole new thing that gives me like a rush. Like, I'm still tripped out at how radical that drive was this afternoon and how awesome Terra Cruiser 5 behaved. 4x4 amazes me. Just the whole concept just trips me out. Anyway, the bird's like telling me it's time to go. He had a fun day. That's it. We're done.